Hello, all. I'm King John. You're you. And you're pretty cool. You keep doing what you're doing. I had a short but very interesting conversation with someone in the YouTube comment section, which I'm not entirely sure how or why he brought it up, but brought up the subject of the Trail of Tears, and which was, if you don't know, it was the journey that the Cherokee Nation took from their ancestral homelands to their new territories in the West. Now, there's a lot of people who don't understand exactly what what was the Trail of Tears, what brought it about, what was going on, and I think it's important to know because, well, even if you don't care about the history, I think there are good lessons to be drawn from this. Now, I am part Cherokee. I'm 1/32nd Cherokee on my mother's side. Have ancestors on the government rolls. Family went on the Trail of Tears and everything. Now, I'm not saying this to try to claim any kind of position of authority on the subject. No, I'm not saying. What I'm trying to get across is that I have this family connection, which motivates me to be as knowledgeable as possible and to be as clear and factual as I can about what actually happened. So, it was a complicated situation. There was a Cherokee Nation who, depending on the definition or the source you look at, was a protectorate of the larger Muscogee Nation. And there's the United States of America, which was a new country at the time. Still very new. As in, almost all signers of the Declaration of Independence were still part of the U.S. government. So, Cherokee had sort of sided with the British during the Revolutionary War. Not exactly. It's more, again, complicated. So their relations were a little tense. The United States government had enacted rules against people moving into lands held by the various American nations, but people in Georgia were encroaching on Cherokee lands. Obviously, this was a problem for everyone involved. But to complicate the situation even more, both nations had competing political factions that were it each had their own agenda in this situation. In the case of the USA, it was the federal government and the state of Georgia. In the Cherokee, it was the pro-treaty faction, which was a faction among the Cherokee who wanted to make a treaty with the USA to give up their lands while they could make a good deal. And there was the anti-treaty faction, who did not want to do that at all. Now, the federal government had actually signed what was essentially a non-aggression pact with the Cherokee. But they were still trying to clear the Cherokee out. But the federal government was still trying to do it by a treaty. While the state of Georgia, or at least the how do I put this? The rich slave-owning aristocrats who were members of the Democratic Party who controlled the state of Georgia wanted to just clear everyone out and take it all for themselves. So what happened in the end was that the pro-treaty faction essentially staged a coup and made a treaty with the federal government before anyone else in the Cherokee Nation knew what they were doing, which put the entire Cherokee Nation in a really nasty situation. They could either repudiate the treaty and make a fight of it, or they could go along with the treaty and avoid what was probably going to be an all-out war. They chose to avoid the war and went on the Trail of Tears, which earned its name. It was horrible. Some people died along the way. But that's basically what it was. There are very important lessons to learn here about the importance of unity, especially when dealing with a larger, more powerful neighbor. Anyway, I felt the need to talk about that because this person was quite wrong about many things. Anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and God bless.